Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here to update you guys on my electric bike business. In my last video I talked to you guys about how I relocated my business back to San Diego and how I'm working through marketing my business in a new area and starting my business basically from the ground up again. So I have been operating during the slower season. We have been struggling a little bit with the weather here. That's been one of my biggest challenges, is getting people to rent bikes during the slow tourism season and the rainy weather. As you can see today, very gloomy, rainy day. Probably not going to get a lot of bike rentals today on a day like this. So I had talked to you guys about my marketing techniques. So recently I've been improving on my website SEO. So improving my search engine rankings and trying to get my website to show up on the top pages of e-bike rentals, things to do in San Diego, just top tourism searches in my local area. The main way I've been getting business recently is my Google Ads. So I pay for Google Ads and I'll get people renting bikes through that way. Another big way I get my business is my Google My Business page. So people in my local area will see my shop listed and they'll call me or book online and find me that way. So some of my physical advertisements I have my yard signs, or one of my newest additions. I'll put those out during busy weekends. I started putting a few out, but I've stopped recently because it's a slower season and we got a lot of rain. But during summer seasons, on holiday weekends, I'm going to put out these yard signs all over the place, hopefully get some business that way. Also, I have my flyers. So I have flyers in short-term rental units. And recently I started a new physical marketing campaign is fridge magnets. I'll show you my fridge magnets. Fridge magnets are great for short-term rentals. It forces guests to look at them. As a flyer, you might not be forced to look at it, but the fridge magnet, you're going to go to the fridge and you're going to see that magnet right there. It's going to catch your eye no matter what. So that's been a great start for me. I recently contacted a short-term rental host that has 100 units down by the beach, and I have my fridge magnets now in 100 of their units. So I anticipate a lot of bookings and a lot of business that way when the busier season starts to heat up. So busy season I anticipate to be heating up in May. It's not like I'm getting no business right now, but it's definitely slower from last summer and the peak of my business. But I think May things will start to pick up. Memorial Day weekend is usually the kickoff to summer. Alright, it's about 12:30 right now. So about 30 minutes ago, around noon, I got a phone call about an inquiry for a guided tour. That's the thing about this business, is you can get a phone call an hour before if someone wanted to rent bikes. And it's a really cloudy day. It's not a typical day you'd expect a lot of business coming in. But that's the way it goes. When you least expect it, that's when you get business. So I got the bikes loaded up in my vehicle. I'm going to plan on doing the Coronado tour route. So I'm going to meet them up at 1:30 in Coronado. I'm going to take them down to the Silver Strand. Then we're going to go up to Hotel Del, walk around, get some ice cream, take some pictures there. And then we're going to go through the neighborhoods of Coronado and show them what San Diego really has to offer. Alright, just got to my guided tour meeting spot. I'm here in Coronado at the Coronado Ferry Landing. I meet my clients in this parking lot here. I'll give them a little tutorial on the bikes, how to use them, give them a little walkthrough, and then we'll take off here on the Bayshore Bikeway path, and we're going to head south towards Silver Strand and the Hotel Del and give them a good tour of San Diego and Coronado Island. So again, like I touched on this last video, my business doesn't have a storefront. I operate mobily. All my e-bike rentals have to be delivered. So I am looking on and hiring a delivery driver just to make my schedule a little bit more free. It's really tough having to always be on call. And I think just delegating some of the delivery driving to some different drivers during the summertime will help me free up some of my time, especially as I'm starting my new rental arbitrage real estate business. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out here. Thank you guys for tuning into my videos and staying up to date on my electric bike rental business. Stay tuned for videos to come.